Can you truly be your best self? This is such an interesting topic that I want to ask you guys to give me a couple of minutes to really discuss the only possible way that you could become your best self. It's not a gimmick. It doesn't take anything for you to spend. All it requires for you is about 5 minutes a day. And I'm going to explain to you guys why this 5 minutes will change your whole perspective night and day and make you exactly the person that you want to be. The only way for you to be your best self is the understanding of true boundaries. A lot of time when working with clients or talking to people, I recognize that majority of us, we have boundaries and we abide by them. But there is one crucial mistake within our boundaries. And the mistake is that our boundaries are focused outwards instead of focusing inward. A lot of time we neglect our true self and we try to be someone or something that someone else wants. But in reality, none of those matters. You are a person. You matter so much. And the thing is that at one point you have to recognize your true self-worth, the things that matter to you, the things that makes you be. That's the beauty of understanding ourselves. And in order for us to be our best self, 5 minutes a day, when we wake up in the morning, that's what it takes for us to remind ourselves of who am I? What have I done? What are my accomplishments? And what are my goals in future? Reminding ourselves of these little short phrases, this little sentence that you can make for yourself ahead of time can help you be your best self. There is not a magic into becoming your best self. There is no need for a guru or a personal expert or someone to come and teach you a 60-day lesson or a retreat that you have to do. All that is required for you to be your best self is to truly sit down with your own thought. Let me ask you this question. When was the last time that you actually took some time, sat down and asked yourself who you are? Was it today? Was it yesterday? Was it a year ago? Or is it that you haven't asked yourself who you are? The problem is that once we don't do it for a long period of time, we lose focus of our true selves and we get attached to things that are not real, to things that are external. One thing that you have to realize is that this universe, if you want to picture it as a circle, this is your universe. This is everyone within your universe, everything within your universe, your life, your family, your partner, your education, your career, your aspiration, your goals, short-term, long-term, your past, history, all of it is within this circle. But the most important thing that at times we neglect to understand is that at the center of this universe, it sits you. That's you at the center. Everything else is around you. And if you don't give yourself time to recognize how valuable you are to yourself, how can you expect other people to value you? And at times we need to set boundaries for ourselves. Yeah, it takes 5 minutes. Truly, not the initial time. The initial time, it takes maybe a couple of minutes. But let me explain to you guys. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys tonight to sit down. And by the way, if you had trouble gathering your thoughts or do this activity, by no means discredit yourself. Recognize that at times it takes a little bit of time. Maybe for me, it takes a minute, for someone else 5 minutes, for someone else 10 minutes. But sit down tonight, write down everything that you have accomplished. Write down everything that you want to accomplish. Big or small, it doesn't matter. As long as it gives you satisfaction, as long as it puts a smile on your face, write them down. Ask yourself about yourself. What do you value about you? What do you truly see within you? Your beauty, your intelligence, your aspiration, your goals, your dreams, your wants and needs, the things that you have within your life, whatever it is. It could be as small as a piece of paper to the most luxurious house. Doesn't matter. Whatever gives you comfort, identify it. Write it down. And every morning when you wake up for 5 minutes, sometimes even you could do it in 2-3 minutes. But I want you to spend a little bit of time. I want you to take that 5 minutes. Go in front of a mirror. You could either sit down or stand. Get that paper in your hand and read it to yourself. And every sentence that you read, pause and look at yourself in the mirror and repeat it. Let me give you guys an example. Let's say I wrote the things that I'm I'm proud of, I'm gonna put it in myself, write it down. I'm gonna wake up in the morning, go in front of a mirror, and read to myself. I got my high school diploma. I'm proud of it. I finished my college. I'm proud of myself. I'm going through my PhD. I am proud of myself. I helped someone yesterday. I'm proud of myself. I'm working towards helping other people. I'm proud of myself. Whatever you're proud of. I have this little book that was passed down to me by my father. I'm proud of that. Read these things to yourself. Allow yourself to be. Recognize that you matter and spend as little time as you can to remind yourself of who you are. In order to live your best life, the goal is to set healthy boundaries, not with outside, but within you, to recognize your worth, your value, and tell yourself when you need to say no. The ability of telling yourself no and the ability of reminding yourself that sometimes you're going too far is the key. But if I don't understand my true worth, my true value, there is no way for me to set boundaries. There is no way for me to set anything because I don't know who am I talking to. I don't know who this person is. I expect too much from it. I expect too little from it simply because I don't know you. I can't tell you who you are, just like you can't tell me who I am. You could assume who I am or I could assume who you are, but that's just an assumption. An assumption has no validity to it. So if you want to be your best self, if you want to help you become expert in whatever it is that you're doing, if you want to achieve your goal, reach your ultimate dreams, the first step is to remind yourself of your capacity and capability. The first step is to understanding that whatever you wish and desire within your universe is reachable and achievable, regardless of what anyone has told you up until this point. At one point, you have to stand up for yourself. At one point, you have to recognize that, hey, I matter. Hey, I'm worth it. I can be whoever I want to be. I can achieve whatever I want to achieve. It's either that or just sitting in despair. Which one do you like to try? Do you want to sit in despair or do you want to give this a try? Do you want to recognize that you matter or you want to question your judgment every time you make a choice? I think that's pretty difficult. It's really difficult to always questioning ourselves, to always doubting our choices. But it becomes so much easier once you have that big force of emotion behind you. It's not about your partner understanding you, your parents giving you the credit that you deserve. It's all about you understanding you. And the moment that you understand yourself and you're able to accept you for the things that you are, that's the moment life becomes fun. Life becomes interesting. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens one step at a time.